You ready? Let's go ahead and get started. Miss Claudia.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity to get together. We ask that you will watch over the business that is in front of us. We ask that we will do what is thy will, what is best for the community, what is best for each other. We think of our friends who's on the West Coast. Give them strength to get through this terrible time. We also ask that you will be with those who are sick, that they may recover and be able to move on with their lives. We thank you for your Son, our Savior, Jesus Christ. It's in his name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Michael.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I sure appreciate everybody being here. We got sort of a long meeting tonight, so we're going to go through it as quick as we can and do the best we can with it. So we'll just start off with the minutes.
Motion to approve. Second.
Got a motion, got a second? Got any discussion on that? All right, I got a motion, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll let the minutes stand. We'll go to the treasury report.
Motion to receive.
We got a motion,
Second.
got a second?
Okay.
Ms. Carter, you got anything you want to say?
There for a second. Okay, today's balance in county general is $63,199.86. County road is $635,519.85. Total funds under my responsibility, $4,125,644.82. There's been no change in FEMA. We're still sitting at $128,305.81. Sales tax this month was $125,928.20, up from the prior year, $18,668.80. For the year, the revenue and sales tax is up by $83,654.69. The jail bond sales tax was $92,224.23.
Is that correct? It's over 18,000 for the month?
From last year, this time last year, yes.
Not in the same month. It says in the same month.
Last August to this August, sales tax has went up $18,000.
18 month, okay.
Yeah, we got $18,000 more this August than we did in 2019.
I had a question. Sunday, I sent you an email asking for a couple of reports. I didn't know if you got the email.
No?
I'll resend it.
Okay.
I have a question. What do we explain that the jail bond sales tax was 92,000? Usually we get around 35.
Because the sales tax has been so high, what we've been collecting. And
Wow.
so, yeah. So I believe it's 50 cents, 0.5. That's how much was paid on the bond. in
Okay.
August.
Okay.
I got a
Yeah,
copy
you're
of
right.
the email.
Right. I'm thinking the
I'm not sure I sent it
maintenance.
to the right email address.
I'm thinking the maintenance.
You're thinking of maintenance. Yeah.
Anybody else got any questions?
Motion.
It's
Yeah.
Yelcott.
Say it again?
It's Yelcott, not Yelcott.
Yelcott, okay.
I already got a motion, I already got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I will let stand. Thank you, Ms. Carla. Assessor report.
Motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll let it stand. OEM,
Besides what's already on the report, I asked the fire departments this month to start sending me just kind of a general report of how many runs each fire, that our fire departments go on each month. And 78% of the fire departments responded. There was 3 of them that didn't. But all total, what that did respond had 177 calls. 82% of them calls were obviously medical calls, and 3% were fire calls. Now this is strictly for the month of August. We don't include any in September. Also this past month, we the Act 833 money come in to be dispersed for fire departments, and it was divided out. There was $40,209 that went to fire departments. And obviously, we've been having some radio problems with our towers again. And the radio folks they're here today and tomorrow to work on the radio towers. And I think that's pretty much going to be done at the sheriff's office tomorrow, where they're putting up 3 new inmates. Maybe that'll alleviate some of the problems. Besides that, it's just COVID stuff.
Was Lakeway one of those 3?
Did what?
Was Lakeway one of the 3 that didn't report?
No, sir, they did. They did.
Motion to receive?
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? Anybody else got anything they want to talk about on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll let that stand. E911 report.
We had a total of 731 1 calls. Wireless was 650. Wireline was 81. I had a pretty lengthy one. Any questions?
Jackie, would it be possible for you to give us a breakdown of the 911 calls? I know I've asked that before prior to you.
As far as what kind of breakdown?
How many you send to the fire departments? How many are ambulance calls? How many are sheriff calls?
Yeah, it takes time to.
Okay, thank you.
Motion to receive?
Got a motion? Anybody else? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll let it stand. Karen, you got anything for the grant report?
We just have some information from Summit Products. They had applied for a grant through Northwest Arkansas Economic Development. We've received the money into our account, and we just need to take care of those funds tonight, so they can pay their employees. And I think the airport has a grant that they got word they're receiving, and another one they've applied for.
Yeah, a lot of y'all may not know, but we left the grant writer. We asked her to step out of that position since we was having a downfall. And she found another job, so we're down a grant writer. We're not going to replace the grant writer at this time. Probably not next year either. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Law enforcement report.
Before I give my report, I'd like to address the county judge and Quorum Court Police. Over the past couple of months, I'm aware there's been much tension and high emotions regarding the county general fund and sheriff's department's budget as it relates to county general. I know personally I felt my back was against the wall, and I'm sure several of you felt the same way. To that point, I want each of you to know that everything I may have said that added to the anxiety in the situation was not an intentional act caused by stress, to cause stress to anyone. I sincerely apologize if any of my actions caused any of you undue harm. It is my highest hope that we all can work together on our county business.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For the month of August, we took 116 reports, made 86 arrests. Inmate bookings for the month, we we booked 94 males, 32 females, a total of 126. Current jail count at the end of the month, we had 24 males, 5 females, and 31 DOC inmates. It brought us a count of 60. I checked right before I came into the meeting, and our current total, we're at 68 for the total, with 6 of them being females. As Jackie said, we took 731 911 calls. Last month it was 844. We're a little down on our total number of 6 offenders for the county. We're at 66, and we had 16 updated registrations. Transport hours, we're at 12.25, up a little bit from the previous month. Just to let you a little bit know about on the billing for DOC, this includes our 309s for the month of August, and then it also includes our billing from the 8/27 to 8/31 for our state inmates. And that brought us to a billing total of $5,946 for that period. So that's
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? 5,000.
$5,946.
And what was the period of time for that?
For the state inmates, it was from 8/27 to 8/31, and then it was the whole billing for the month of August was 309.
And they've already paid that?
That was billed. Dawn billed them today or yesterday? This week. Yes. Any questions? Yes, sir.
You got, our state guys in there now,
Yes, sir.
criminals? How's that working out?
Gonna be honest with you, I haven't seen a bunch of more needy folks in my life. But we're dealing with it.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Yes, sir.
On the sex offenders, I've noticed, as you know, I do note this, we had a high at one time of like 81. It's been gradually going down.
Yes, sir. I know March we was at 76, so from March to now, we dropped 10. So, yeah. Yes, sir.
What, when you, having 30 people, what's that doing, like the food budget and that deal?
Well, we haven't really been able to run a full month yet to kind of get that figured. But I can have that for you
I was just wondering how much it
for
was
next
gonna,
meeting.
you know, cause you go feeding 30 people 3 meals a day, that's gonna add up in a hurry.
Yeah. I do know it takes 8 loaves of bread for a day.
Oh my God.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Motion to receive.
We got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Library report?
I just wanted to say that our virtual programs are doing great. I know we've got a big meeting tonight, so I don't want to take up too much time, but they're doing very, very well. So we've learned to adapt with this COVID craziness. So we are now doing all of our programs virtually, and we've even got a few more people that are attending because they couldn't attend by coming into the building, so now they're attending through virtual Zoom. So we're doing great.
I also want to add, you want to talk about the number of books you took to Congress last week?
We took, was it 80 boxes? 80 boxes filled with books over to Oakland.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, yeah. We're filling up our shed and storage unit, and so that's what we did, we donated to Oakland. Thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate it. Yeah.
I think that's a great thing.
Thank you.
I've got a motion over here. Second. Yes, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll let her go. The fire board, she had also had a city council meeting on that, so she's not gonna be here, so people just look over that and see what they think.
Judge, I was up at the fair, I think they had a pretty good little turnout and had a good auction, and I think it went very, very well for the circumstances.
Yep. Anyone else?
Motion.
Yep.
Motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Road report. You know what, started doing this a little bit different. We started printing off, all the roads they graded. You can see them in here. We also had the loads of gravel they took to the roads they took, but I must not have got those in there. But that just sort of shows you where they've been and what they've been doing, so anybody's got a packet can see it. But the dump truck,
Yeah.
but the dump truck loads is not in there, so. But right now, we're working on County Road 4021, and we got a bridge over there that's messed up. We're gonna recap it. We worked on the bridge over here on 601, put some new rails on it, keep people from going off of it. And I don't know what else. I've been sort of tied up doing other things, but other than that.
We're gonna have an auction.
Yeah, we're gonna have an auction October 3rd. If anybody's interested in it, we got a bunch of trucks, dump trucks, snowplow blades. We got a little bit of everything, generators, welders, all kinds of stuff. We're gonna auction off up there at the road shop, if anybody's interested. So I got a whole bunch of papers here we'll pass out, and y'all pass it out to whoever needs it. I got a motion over here. I got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Quarter report. That's about the same thing there. We had 2 retire. We got 2 that's went up there to fill in when they come from the road department. So it's all new game. Those guys been changing out screens and doing belts and get caught up on all their stuff. So that's what they've been doing. So you see what they've done up there. They've crushed about 10,000 and hauled out about 5,100. Anybody got any questions on any of this?
Motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll understand. Solid waste, Stephen, he asked if he could not come here since, we've got so much of the virus going around. He's got some bad lungs. I told him absolutely he didn't have to come. So y'all can read. He gives a good report. Everybody look at his report. If anybody needs a copy of it, I'd be more than happy to make him a copy. So y'all look over it.
Motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we'll go to the planning board.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Planning board, we're up to 6 members now, so we're only one short of our full roster of 7. We're continuing to work on clarifying the definitions for subdivision for Marion County. And we had one action item at our last meeting that was Denton Ferry Bottom subdivision. And they had requested to modify their plat and make themselves a gated community. And the board discussed it and reviewed their plat and recommended on a 5-0 vote to send it to the Quorum Court for approval. And that was all.
All right.
Motion to receive.
Got a motion? Got a second? I think let's go ahead and the election commission met today. We'll let her speak real quick and get that over with.
Well, we went through the inventory today. We met last week, and so all the vote centers are gonna stay open. We think we're gonna have enough poll workers. We're gonna do another training class, and we've gotten at least 20 volunteers to take up the spots, plus we need additional poll workers to sanitize and do all this stuff. We've received a lot of equipment from the state through the Federal CARES Act, and so anyone who goes to vote will see during early voting or on election day that there's hand sanitizers, the workers will have masks, they'll have face shields, there'll be the clear plexiglass, so when you're showing your ID. And the best part is every voter will be given a stylus pen to keep that will say, I voted, and you will sign your name on the little pad. You will then use it when you use the touch screen to vote. So the only thing you need to touch is a piece of paper that you feed into the machine for your ballot and then feed it to the tabulator. That's it. You won't need to touch anything else. And so everyone should be very well protected. And then I did bring some more of these postcards that were sent out in March. So it's got the March dates as well as November dates, showing all the locations and early voting and all that. But early voting starts here at the courthouse on October 19th. And then the following week on October 26th, it's at Bull Shoals. And of course, election day is November 3rd. Pardon me?
Early voting's at Bull Shoals and the courthouse.
Yes, and the courthouse. The courthouse will be the whole time from October 19th all the way through Monday, November 2nd.
We sure appreciate it.
Second.
Anybody got any questions?
You did receive your reimbursement, right?
We have not, and Dawn is on top of it, and she even called today trying to find out what's going on. But reimbursement, for people who don't know, we get reimbursement for some of the costs from the March election, the primary. We don't get any reimbursement for the general normally, but there is some CARES grant funds where we're gonna ask for the additional poll workers and any additional absentee ballots we have to do. And that's another thing, our absentee ballots have changed from now into the future. The county, we bought a printer so we can print our own ballots instead of paying outside printer to do that. And we'll save a lot of money in the future.
Well, I know the state election commission, they met last week, because they still send me notices about that.
Okay,
So, but that reimbursement will be 90% plus on what that election cost us.
for March.
Yeah, for
Hopefully.
March.
We don't know what we've been approved for. We just know what we asked for, but, you know, it's up to them if they think we've had too many hours or anything, they can cut it, or if they just don't have enough funds. But my understanding is we've been approved, they just haven't sent it to us yet.
That's what I'm saying. It still should be about 90% of whatever it was you built. You know, there's small amounts that will disapprove, but it's going to be about 90%. And how much did that election cost us?
Dawn knows that. She's the one who asked for the reimbursement.
40, how much thousand?
It's about 42,000. The schools have paid their share, of course.
Yes.
So,
Appreciate it.
you know, it is what it is.
Thanks. Let's move on to the budget and personnel committee.
The budget committee had two meetings since our last meeting here. I'll read the notes. Chairman Joyce McCalla called the meeting to order at 5:30 PM. Justice McCalla read from a document from Justice Scrima that we are still short with the budget, a total of $155,680.31. Justice Scrima spoke of his report that we're aware of the shortfall in April. The Quorum Court put a 10% cut into effect in July by ordinance. Justice White, who serves on the Law Enforcement Committee, described that the Law Enforcement Committee requested to hire 2 jailers and 1 deputy. Justice Scrima asked to get the accounting to assist in our issue. The judge also added that he would stand up for the sheriff. We need an additional jailer if we take in the additional 30 inmates. The sheriff talked about getting the pod prepared for the additional inmates. Deputy Batterman spoke that it would generate, that it's $32 per inmate per day, and to maintain full 30 inmates for a year would generate $300,000 a year, and the state will pay for the health and safety of the transfers. Assistant Dawn Flippin estimated the cost of the jailers to be $5 per day per inmate. Justice Scrima requested an inmate per day estimate, which has recently showed $30 per day. Judge Massey spoke about his most recent comments about the hiring freeze and that we need to get it right with Plan A and we don't want to go to Plan B. The judge suggested we work with the sheriff in getting the budget down to 0. Justice Scrima questioned Treasurer Prudhomme if the $86,264.51 for the general account was accurate. The response was yes. Assistant Dawn Flippin was asked to forward her latest numbers to Judge Massey. Justice McCalla questioned Deputy Joe Batterman about training, which can be completed in-house. Justice McCalla also questioned how much vacation time will need to be paid to those leaving. It was asked of Mr. Dozier if he really wants to do this. He added yes. and assisting with the budget. Treasurer Perdome was asked how much was in the county general account today. The answer was $108,000. The question was asked if all cities should be paying for their inmates. Judge Mashley responded it was like double dipping, as the cities already pay the county for the jail. Justice McCullough suggested the idea of law enforcement auxiliary, which could aid in funding of law enforcement. Chairman McCullough announced that the Personnel Committee will meet next Thursday, August 27th, 2020 at 5:30 p.m. in the annex. The meeting was adjourned at 6:45.
Got any questions on any of that?
I have another one to read too, but my glasses are fogging up.
We really ain't got to read all that. If you don't want to read it, we can just, if anybody wants a copy of it, we'll make them a copy of it and go on from there.
There you go.
Yeah,
Thanks.
That's way too much reading. We got way too much to do than that, and sit there and read all night. Unless you want to read it. If you want to read it, you're welcome to read it. But if you don't want to read it, we can.
No, let's go. Let's move on.
Thank you. Anybody got any questions about all that?
We don't need any motions on the report.
Thank you. Law Enforcement Committee?
Who's the
Well,
speaker?
apparently I
you
sent
are.
the wrong report to Ian, so I'm gonna do this verbally without my written report in front of me. Our meeting was on the 19th of September, and it was with the sheriff, and the main idea of the meeting was to find out how we could help if we could. The bulk of the problem was we needed personnel, and we came up with, I think it was 2 jailers and 1 officer, or 2 jailers and 2 officers. And that's what we presented to the budget committee. We also reviewed new reports. We need to get a better understanding of what is going on, so we've asked for 3 reports. Those 3 reports we voted on tonight. 1 will be for Metro, 1 for the law, and then 1 for the jail. And they cover a lot of area, but it's areas that we haven't had all the way through, and we're at a point where we need to get this information. So that was about it.
Anybody got any questions on any of that?
Judge, I do.
All right, go ahead.
I didn't see that report in my packet.
Yeah, that's what I said. Are you deaf?
I just want to reiterate that.
I said the wrong report.
You're trying to make him look bad, Raymond.
He was always the one who's talking about having a secretary on those things, and he wanted to have it written in
All right.
the report.
Let's carry on. Solid Waste Committee, Procedures and Management Committee.
Judge, I just had a couple of things to say. We didn't have a meeting, but I just want to reiterate the point that if an ordinance is going in the packet after it goes out, you need 3 sponsors on that to get it before us. And also, we have 7 sponsors on 1 ordinance tonight. And I want to say, just because you sponsor an ordinance, it doesn't mean that you have to vote for it. It just means that you want it on the agenda. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Any unfinished business that we need to take care of before we get started on the new business? If y'all see me getting a hold of my phone, I just want y'all to know that my daughter had surgery and I'm just keeping a close eye on her right now. So if y'all see me looking at my phone for some reason, that's sort of what I'm doing. So, but anyway, let's just get started on ordinance number 1 and we'll go from there.
Okay. Ordinance 2020-38, being enacted by the Quorum.
Do you want to try to read all these by title tonight? If we can, we can just get a motion to read them all by
I'll
title.
make a motion to read them by title only.
Second.
We got a,
Okay, wait a minute, I gotta write this down. Okay, that is sort of the changes. An ordinance amending the annual operating budget, ordinance 2019-87 for the calendar year 2020 for Marion County, Arkansas. As a clerical error was made on claim 1099 warrant 01053 to computer repair service, the following transfers need to be made. And it's $220.44 that got transferred from Quorum Court to the clerk's office.
Motion.
I got a motion.
Second.
Got a second?
I have a procedural question real quick. Do we have a rule about where we start voting? Can we rotate something more fair than just from one end to the other? Can we switch it up?
don't care.
I would like to switch that up instead of just starting at one end and then starting at the other the next time, so it goes back and forth between the same people. Like rotate to where everybody gets to vote first.
Okay. All right. Okay, if I start with Justice Scrimmon this time?
You're in charge.
Well, no, I'm not. Justice Scrimmon,
Yes.
Justice Nichols.
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Mayo,
Is this the vote on the ordinance, or is it a vote on the ordinance to read by title only?
Read the
I
title
always
only.
skip that.
oops.
Yeah, we forgot.
Read the title only.
As a point of order,
He waits for you on that.
I know he's not. Okay, let's start over. This is for reading them by title only
this could
tonight.
be voice vote.
Justice Scrimmon,
It's still a yes.
Justice Nichols.
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren.
Yes.
Justice White.
Yeah.
Justice Mayo.
Yes.
Justice Madden.
Yes.
Justice Brigham.
Yes.
Justice McCullough.
Yeah.
All right, now back to,
I'd like to move that we adopt the ordinance that you just read.
thank you. Okay, wait, stop.
I'll second it.
Got a motion and a second?
Okay. Let's try this. Justice Nichols.
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren.
Yes.
Justice White.
Yes.
Justice Mayo.
Yes.
Justice Madden.
Yes.
Justice Brigham.
Yes.
Justice McCullough.
Yeah.
Justice Scrimmon.
Yes.
This is gonna take some getting used to.
That's the ordinance number.
This is ordinance 2020-39. An ordinance amending 2019-87 identifying as numbers of compensation for county employees. This has to do with the library. As it was mentioned, that she wants to take two part-times and make it into a full-time slot.
Motion to adopt?
Second.
Got a motion, got a second?
Okay. Justice Van Kuren.
Yes.
Justice White.
Yep.
Justice Mayo.
Yes.
Justice Madden.
Yes.
Justice Brigham. Yes. Justice McCullough.
Yeah.
Justice Scrimmon.
Yes.
Justice Nichols.
Yes.
Twenty 20-40, an ordinance amending the annual operating budget for the calendar year 2020 for Marion County, Arkansas. This is appropriating the grant funds for Sematronics.
Motion to adopt?
Second.
We got a motion, got a second?
Justice White.
Yes.
Justice Mayo.
Yes.
Justice Madden.
Yes.
Justice Brigham.
Yes.
Justice McCullough.
Yeah.
Justice Scrimmon.
Yes.
Justice Nichols.
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren.
Yes.
Ordinance 2020-41, an ordinance amending the annual operating budget for the calendar year 2020 for Marion County, Arkansas. And this is moving money from the County Building Improvement Fund to County General by $2,000 to pay for Dozier and Associates.
Motion.
Second.
Got a motion, got a second? Anybody need to talk
I'm
about that?
sorry, who seconded? Thank you. Justice Mayo.
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrimmon,
Yes.
Justice Nichols,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White.
Yes.
Ordinance 2020-42, an ordinance requesting the following details be listed on the monthly jail report to be given to the Quorum Court monthly.
Motion to adopt?
Got a motion? Got a second?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I would like to amend that. I'd like to make a motion to amend that, the report to have the annual inmate cost report as one of the reports, starting with
I
19.
can't hear you.
I'd like another report, the annual inmate cost report, the state employee, the state prisoners, that has to be done every year. Have it for starting at 2019 and then have it 2020 from that point on. It's an annual inmate cost report. It's been produced for years.
Annual inmate cost per year.
Yeah, and it's used, legislative audit has guidelines for preparing the report.
Is that the sheriff wants to make that clear, is that for all inmates per year?
Yes, it's a total inmates and then it's a breakdown of county county inmates, and then at the bottom it shows what's the annual cost to house a particular prisoner. And it goes to the state prisoners, that's what it's for. I got a copy of it, but I thought you guys had one. I'll send you one that I got in 2014. I got it from Marion County.
Is that what he gave earlier?
I don't know about
Well,
that
go-
one. I got my own, but I have a file of them. I can send you one, Clint.
Yeah, I'd like to look at it.
Okay.
Please.
Could you restate the amendment, please?
My amendment is to add the annual inmate cost report as part of one of the reports produced from the sheriff's office, produced annually, and have it available for 2019 as quick as they can. From now, starting now would be the 10th of the second month of the new year. So February 10th would be for 2020's annual inmate cost report. And what it literally shows is what does it cost to house an inmate?
Just what it costs to house an inmate.
That's right.
So the amendment would be annual inmate cost report,
Yes, sir.
not everything else you said.
Well, the inmate cost report is got a format by the legislative auditors, and here's how to put it together.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Hudson.
I have heard of micromanaging. This is ridiculous. These people haven't done work down here. By saying what time we got in this morning, we're 2 minutes late, that'll be the next thing. This is ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous.
Hey, Judge,
Yes, sir.
it's a very common report provided to nearly every county that I called and surveyed.
Well, we're not every county, okay?
We're the only county that's 600,000 in the hole right now, so we'll carry on from there.
Thank you.
Yep, let's go. Back in order, let's go. Go ahead, Sheriff.
Judge, I would just like to say, I don't have a problem trying to get as much stats as for you guys that you asked for, but you gotta realize too, there's software that other counties have that helps them compile them stats. And it's just gonna be a manual counting deal for us, and we'll do our best, you know, and, I mean, I just wanted to say that.
If they ask you to do more than you can do, all you got to say is we can't do it. That's all a person can do.
The way we're staffed right now, we can't do it, I'm just like that.
Did we have a second?
I
Wait a
had,
second.
We have a second.
We got one more question here.
yeah, I'll open it. On the reports, for the people that aren't here from the sheriff's department, here's what it says. It says on page 16 of the Arkansas County Sheriff's 2018 manual. It says, reports to the quorum court, some counties require a monthly or quarterly report from the sheriff to be members of the quorum court. If this is a mandate from your quorum court, do a good job and have the, let's see, where am I at? Have the quorum court, necessary information regarding the activities and finance of your office. The Association of Arkansas Counties views this report not only as a necessary chore of the office, but it also allows the sheriff an opportunity to improve his relationship with the Quorum Court. The items we're asking for go directly to budget and how the jail is run, how the sheriff is run, and how we coordinate with the Yellville City. These are not reports that we're micromanaging. These are reports that are suggested by the Sheriff's Department of Arkansas. So you guys can look it up yourself. It's fine with me.
I got a motion and I got a second.
Now, and now we have an amendment. So now we have to vote on the amendment first.
Report. It's done like for 2019, it would be for the year. And if I could add something, that the daily report we just got now almost has much of what's, as far as the prisoners on the report right now.
Okay. Randy, you said no?
No.
Okay. Justice Brigham?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Wrong place. Okay. Justice McCullough?
Yeah.
Justice Scrimmett?
Yes.
Justice Nichols?
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren?
Yes.
Justice White?
Yes.
Justice Mayo?
No.
Okay, that motion passed. So now we go to the ordinance itself, ordinance 42. I have a motion to adopt by Justice Mayo and seconded by Justice White. And Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yeah.
Justice Scrimmett,
Yes.
Justice Nichols,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Mayo,
Yes.
Justice Madden.
No.
Okay, motion passed. Okay.
Where's that?
This is 2020-43, an ordinance requesting the following details be listed in law enforcement report to be given to the Quorum Court monthly.
Motion to adopt?
Second?
You got a motion, second. Any questions? All right.
Justice McCullough,
Yeah.
Justice Scrimmett,
Yes.
Justice Nichols,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Mayo,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
No.
Justice Brigham.
Yes.
Thank you.
I got something to add, Don. This says, this ordinance is sponsored by the Law Enforcement Committee. And I'm the chairman of that committee, and I never heard a thing about that ordinance. I don't know
Which
I
one's
don't know
that?
who come up with it or sponsored it, but nobody ever said nothing to me about it.
Mr. Chairman? No offense, Brady, but he did he read the different reports at the law enforcement meeting. I was there.
I never remember nothing about all these right here.
That was the package I handed out.
Right.
I said I wanted this to get along to everybody agreed with. If there's a miscommunication, it's not with me.
It may have been, but I don't remember all this stuff here. I mean, they've got all that up.
I believe I gave you a copy of it too.
Yeah. He gave us all a copy of this.
If I did, I didn't remember seeing it, Rick, and I'm being honest. This is the first time I ever seen it that I remember. Because there was only 4 of us that meeting, weren't there?
Yep, 4 of us at the meeting. Might be you and
But I honestly don't remember if you give it to us. And if I did, I may not have understood what all that was about, but it might have
That's
just
the
been me.
package you gave you had copy from Marion County Sheriff's Office, or not Marion,
Baxter
from
County.
Baxter County. Had all the copies of them on it. I had it all in one package so that you see all of them just like this.
Let's move on. Yeah, it does make a difference. Yeah.
Joe, I just didn't
Yeah.
remember that.
right.
All that, and it may have just been me. We're good.
Let's move on. Ordinance 44.
Ordinance 2020-45, An ordinance requesting the following
Is
details be.
that 44, Don, or 45?
43.
44.
I don't think we voted on that one yet.
I got 44, huh?
Oh, well,
Yeah,
okay, I'm just jumping, I'm jumping in.
I don't know what it is.
44.
It's 44, I'm sorry.
Ah.
Thank you. Okay. An ordinance requesting the following details be listed on the monthly Metro Law report to be given to the Quorum Court monthly. I have a motion, I need a second, please.
Second.
I got a second. Any discussion on that?
Yes, Judge. Now this involves a Metro report. The other two didn't. And, if you don't mind, there's about, 12 or 14 things on the previous reports on each one of them. This one has miles driven, number of vehicles used, number of personnel positions, gas used, cost of maintenance and repair, traffic warnings, motor vehicle accidents, domestic violence calls, medical assistance, fire department assist, welfare checks, building checks, alarms answered, number of complaints filed, number of burglaries filed, number of burglaries cleared, number of thefts reported, number of thefts cleared by arrest, number of other crimes reported, number of other crimes cleared by arrest, number of arrest reports filed, criminal warrants served, criminal papers served, attendance in court, fees reported to the county treasurer, fees reported to the county, fines reported to the county treasurer, fines and court costs from the circuit court. It just seems to me like, since y'all is paying for this, a lot of this should be in a report to them. And only the last three would be of interest to me on the budget.
I ain't even got that one.
I'll agree with Mr. Mayo. I don't really see a point in us doing this. If Metro wants to know what's going on, the city of Yellville should request a report. Yes, sir.
And the Metro officer provides a fairly detailed report, maybe not quite that detailed to the city council each month in Yellville.
Well, apparently I didn't have the ordinance anyway, so I'm not too concerned about it.
It should be in your full packet.
So, what's the motion you making, Mr. Mayo?
I got a motion to adopt right now.
But we need to adopt in a second, it's time to vote. I was just speaking against it.
All right.
I would also like to speak against it. I don't see the point in this one.
Okay.
All right.
Make them withdraw. Do you want to withdraw it? Make a motion to withdraw?
I don't care, just make up my mind.
I'll make a motion to withdraw the ordinance.
I'll second.
I got a motion to withdraw. I got a second to withdraw. Anybody want to talk about that? Let's vote on it. Let's get it out of here. Let's go.
You have to wait for him. I don't remember where I started. Joyce, have you started first yet?
I have.
Okay. I think I'm
So,
No,
Thank you.
I think it's Scrivener. Okay, motion to withdraw. Da-da-da. Justice Scrivener?
Yes.
Justice Nichols?
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren?
Yes.
Justice White?
Yes.
Justice Mayo?
This is on the motion to withdraw? Yes.
Justice Madden?
Yes.
Justice Claudia? Justice Brigham? It's fine.
I'm
And Joyce?
yeah.
Okay. All right, so that is not 44 anymore.
So we throw that one out the book.
Yeah.
It's gone. Okay, so now. We're gonna do 44. All right, we're gonna try again with number 44. Transfer $200 from Fund 3008-0600 3011 Library to 1108-207 for fuel for the Marion County maintenance, mowing, and weeding around the library.
Motion to adopt?
Got a motion?
Second.
Anybody need to talk about this one?
Justice Nichols,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Mayo,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gloria. Okay, so that's that.
I didn't get the vote.
Okay,
Better say that louder.
I didn't get the vote.
sorry, Justice Grimm,
Yes.
you're right, I didn't have it marked down. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. This Peel Fire and Rescue Department isn't actually an ordinance.
Right.
So, but I think you have to approve it in order for them to go forward. Am I
Yes.
correct?
Yes. Would you like me to explain it?
Briefly?
Okay. The law was changed last year on forming fire districts. Now what they can do is they petition the Quorum Court. We approve it tonight. 30 to 60 days from now, then we approve the ordinance establishing the district. That gives the public the opportunity, if they are opposed to it, to come here and oppose the ordinance. This is now, Peel is gonna go from a subscription service to a fire district, and you're gonna collect the fees, of what I understand. Is that correct? Your fees are gonna be flat fees, yes.
Like,
So-
county will do all of our bill collecting.
It benefits the rural department because in a lot of rural departments, if you're a subscription service, there are some people that don't pay a membership, but they enjoy the services. This now, everyone becomes a member to help the fire department for funds. I support it wholeheartedly.
I move that the Quorum Court receive and approve this petition.
Thank you. I second it.
Okay. Justice Van Kuren?
Yes.
Justice White?
Yes.
Justice Mayo?
Yes.
Justice Madden?
Yes.
Justice Brigham?
Yes.
Justice McCullough?
Yeah.
Justice Scrimmett?
Yes.
Justice Nichols?
Yes.
Thank you. Now we're on 45. Ordinance 2020-45. An ordinance transferring vehicles between departments and appropriation of funds to cover the transfer of said vehicles. Basically, transferring a truck from the road department to the transfer station and from the transfer station to the assessor's office.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Judge, would you explain that to us a little bit?
Yeah, what it is, we got a Dodge Durango that the assessor's office is doing all the 911 addressing with. And I think we assessed it very, very little. I don't know what it is. So we're giving that to 911, and the four-door 2013 is going to the transfer station for them to do their business with. And we got to do that to be legal. So we're swapping all that around to get it off our books, or we're gonna have to take it back, then we'll have to sell it in auction. So it's better to give it to them at the cut rate. Like the Durango is $800. It books out the high end, so it'd be a whole lot higher if we sold it. So that's what we're doing. So
I'm just trying to be a little funny, but that's the shortest VIN number I ever saw.
which one is it?
Either one of them.
That's the last payment number.
You got a motion, Don?
Yes, I'm ready to
Got a
call the roll. I already did you, right?
I got a motion
I think I
went last.
Okay.
and a second. Anybody else need to say anything about that? Go ahead, Ms. Don, I'm sorry.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Mayo,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yeah.
Justice Scrimmett,
Yes.
Justice Nichols.
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren.
Yes.
Thank you. Ordinance 2020-46, an ordinance amending the personnel policy addressing the transfer of employees between departments.
Motion to adopt.
You got a motion?
Second.
You got a second? Anybody got anything they want to talk about this one about?
Judge, do you mind if we read this one?
You're welcome to read it. That's what you want to do. Yes, sir.
You said that's what I want to do?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. If you want to read it, go ahead.
Okay, this is amending the personnel policy. Whereas, when an employee transfers from one department to another within Marion County, they shall carry compensation time not to exceed 40 hours / sick time and vacation time with them to the new department. Whereas, if a county employee transfers to a supervisory position in which they assume a supervisory position over other employees' salary, that comes with that supervisory position shall apply to the employee. Whereas, this ordinance does not apply transferring from one department to another and not into a supervisory position. Employees transferring between departments as standard employees or deputies and not supervising anyone else, this does not apply.
In some offices like mine, I only have one employee, and she moved up to the chief deputy leading the assessor's office. So there's no opportunity for her to have a supervisory position, because I cannot have another person. We don't need another person. So how many people do you have to have under you to be considered a supervisor?
Are you talking to me?
I'm just asking a general question.
What brought this ordinance on is because two people quit at the quarry, and I come in here about 3 months before they, or a month or so before they quit, and I said I'm gonna have to post these people all over the state of Arkansas because it takes a special group to run that quarry, and got permission from the Quorum court, which nobody was froze at the road department or nowhere underneath the county judge's department. And they give me permission to hire those people.
Okay,
And so, no, I'm speaking, thank you.
Okay.
And so happens, the guy that used to work at the quarry transferred back up there as a supervisor. Then the road shop foreman transferred back up there. Then, all of a sudden, it's against the law for me to transfer them back up there with their pay because they went up there as a supervisor. They said it was illegal because they got a raise as a supervisor. So I'm thinking, you can't win. So I had to get an order screw up to give them the raise as a supervisor.
Okay, so the supervisor is over other men?
Yes, they sure are.
Okay, so the offices that even though she was moved up to chief deputy treasurer, that means absolutely nothing?
Don't mean nothing to me. All I'm doing is this right here.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Now you talk to the Quorum court about your situation. I'll just take care of the query right now. Anyone else?
Justice Mayo,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrimmah,
Yes.
Justice Nichols.
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White.
Yes.
Ordinance 2020-47, an ordinance amending the positions of the Marion County Road Department and attendant ordinances related to the Marion County budget.
Motion.
You got a motion?
Second.
You got a second? Anybody need to talk about this one?
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrimmah,
Yes.
Justice Nichols,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White, Justice Mayo.
Yes.
Thank you. Ordinance 2020-48, an ordinance allowing the Marion County Sheriff's Office to hire for jail positions during the hiring freeze.
Motion.
I got a motion.
Second.
Got a second.
Who seconded?
Mr. Mayo seconded.
Okay.
Any discussion on this?
Yeah, I've got a question for the sheriff. How, with this ordinance, what is that going to put your total number of, without counting you and the captain, just full-time jailers and part-time jailers? With this ordinance, where will that put you?
12 and 3.
3 part-time?
3 part-time, yes, sir. We've got 1 part-time just work weekends. She goes to college during the week and she helps us out on weekends.
12 and 3, you said.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me.
Short right now to the staff of 3 shifts, 3 per shift.
I got a question. This is separate from Metro, right?
This is jailers.
Okay, okay, sorry about that, getting old.
So right now at the moment, you have 2 part-time.
Yes, sir.
One of those just works weekends.
Yes, sir.
Mike, I believe all of these are listed under 3018.
Yeah.
How many unfilled positions does that leave in our numbers and comps if these were to be filled? Is anybody aware of that? Could answer that question?
I don't know where you revised the numbers and cost of land, but this would be 0.
I'm sorry, 0.
openings.
Okay, so if this ordinance is passed and you fulfill these positions, there would be no more, just remove the hiring freeze. Yeah, there would be no more positions in the numbers and comps for you to fill. Okay, this would be full.
And these will come out of sales tax.
I'm sorry, what?
They'll be paid out of sales tax, they won't impact county general.
How many of the jailers are paid by the county general?
Plus we'll have the income coming from the ADC inmates.
Did I hear this is all gonna be paid out of 3018?
These 4 will.
I'm sorry?
These 4 will.
Okay, that's yeah, thank you.
And and again, out of county general, there's only 2 full-time that are paid. The rest of the positions are all out of sales tax. Okay.
Judge,
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, but you need to read the ordinance. It's in that ordinance. It's out of
I
3018.
just wanted to be sure, Mr. Bale.
Anyone else got anything?
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrimmah,
Yes.
Justice Nichols,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Mayo,
Yes.
Justice Madden.
Yes.
Thank you.
Just, I would like to see if I can, I don't know the procedure on this, but I would like to, if I could, make a motion to remove the hiring freeze that we've put on the jail with these positions being filled. If that's all the vacated positions, we're now at full staff again because of our earlier elimination. I would like to make a motion to give them an exemption for the hiring freeze so the sheriff doesn't have to return and ask if he can hire to fill these positions in the future. But I want to be very clear that I want it to be for the positions that this ordinance has filled which would be 12 full-time, 3 part-time. I would like to make a motion to exempt that from the hiring freeze.
Need a second?
I got a motion to remove the jail maintenance, I guess jailers. And I got a second to remove 12 and 3. So what you're saying, the sheriff is free anytime to hire 12 full-time and 3 part-time that wants vacant.
But with the same.
Yeah.
2 from county general and the rest from.
Yeah, taxes. Yeah.
Okay.
Is the freeze being specific on the sales tax 3018?
He can hire 2 from county general if they leave, and he can hire 10 from sales tax. That's what he's got right now. He's got 10 and 2 and 3. Whatever he's got right now is what he can hire.
With what he will have with this ordinance now that it's passed, which would be 12 full-time, 3 part-time.
Yeah. He'd hire any time as long as they stay in the same tax category he's got right now. That's his freeze with hire.
Essentially, he would be exempt from the hiring freeze.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Jail was.
Does this mean they're not gonna come out of county general?
Except for the 2 that he currently has come out.
Yeah, his two are coming out of county general. And I guess since I did that, it's been seconded, I would discuss what my reasoning behind that. This is my reasoning behind that is despite being accused of micromanaging, we identified that we had a very large problem and the budget committee took care of the problem. By doing that, we implemented a hiring freeze. We're under control now. There's no reason for us to continue that hiring freeze on that account when we can see the light now. We're going to make it through the year. We're going to be all right. There's no need for us to manage that account that closely any longer.
Justice McCullough? Justice Scrimmett?
Yes.
Justice Nichols?
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren?
Yes.
Justice White?
Yes.
Justice Mayo?
No.
Justice Madden?
Yes.
Justice Brigham?
Yes.
I hate it when you throw the motions out.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Is that an ordinance or a motion?
That was a motion. Okay. Hang on, I got a lot of paperwork for this. Ordinance 2020-49, an ordinance amending the annual operating budget, ordinance 2019-87 for the calendar year 2020 for Marion County, Arkansas. These are the budget changes that have been made through all the meetings and through the sacrifice of blood and sweat.
Miss Dawn,
Yes, sir.
I ain't trying to be funny, but I need to take about a 5-minute break.
What?
I need to take about a 5-minute break.
Motion to recess.
Yeah, I need a motion to recess about 2 minutes.
You want 2 or 5?
It ain't gonna take but 2. but-
Okay.
He took a 5-minute break.
Are you? No, that's because. Over there.
Yeah, it just,
I think what it was is she had 3 part-time, we wanted to make 1 full-time.
I thought she said 2.
Yeah, 1 full-time, 1 part-time. I don't know, 3.
2 part-time into 1 full-time.
Yep.
We have some up here.
Okay, now what if that one full-time's gonna get vacation and holidays and all this, that, and the other, and the part-time doesn't, as far as I know, unless they work over 1,000 hours.
You're probably correct.
I don't know. Part-time would raise,
Honestly, about.
not that she doesn't have.
She did come to the budget, okay, she's got money.
Yeah, so, but it's still shifting, and all of a sudden you got somebody with.
Well, I have a very small gathering of people here just to give you some information on the absentee ballots. I know it came out in the post office about mail-in ballots. Arkansas does not do mail-in ballots. We only do absentee. You have to fill out an application. Once we get the ballots, they will be mailed out. We expect the ballots maybe next week, and right now we have 409, so it's gonna take a little while. But we will get them. So if anybody has any questions about that, just holler at my office.
Living the life, huh?
I stay there. I stay there. Most of the time. That's why we got over here. Actually, I do the shopping.
Stay long.
Because I want to spend my tax money here.
Yeah.
You're late.
Nobody's listening to you.
I know. I'm used to it.
I have.
I can't breathe.
I won't tell you.
I'm not telling anybody. Okay. Back on the record, now that this is that ordinance.
Hold it. Back session.
Sorry. And just for the information, these savings total up to $582,972.88. So, this was a collaborated effort. Somebody please motion to adopt.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Got a motion, I got a second. Anybody need to talk about this any?
I wouldn't know what the motion second for, Judge, can you tell me?
It's about, this, taking back money that we never did have. Get the budget back where it's supposed to be.
You got that one?
Yeah,
I
never got
I
it.
got a question about Article 1. Following money shall be transferred from the listed line items.
Yes.
To where?
But,
To where?
okay,
Where they going? Transfer means you're moving it somewhere.
I know, but this is how we have to do it in order for our software to work. We have to physically transfer the money out of that line item. And I have all of the documentation downstairs to show you that when you transfer that money out, you end up with what you have left to spend till the end of the year.
That's right.
Okay? That makes sense? You're not gonna see it, I mean, when we do all of this, it's not magically gonna show up on the fund report that says, here's county general, $583,000. It isn't gonna work that way.
No.
But it takes that much out of the budget.
The budget. Thank you, that's what I wanted you to say.
Very good.
So we're gonna end the year with $19,000?
No.
That's
Where, no, that's the grand total for whatever category was.
Oh, well.
Don't do that to me.
Well, I thought I'd scare you.
You did. Okay, now, any other questions? This was a bear and it had to be done in one day. It was terrible.
I would like to make a statement on it. I think that I've used some poor choice of language when I was describing what we were doing. And specifically, the budget committee used the words cut a lot, cutting budgets. That got turned into defunding and other like language. This technically isn't a cut because the money was never there to take. It was an accident. It was money that was said to have been there that doesn't actually exist. And in order to use the money that we actually have, we had to adjust the balance back down. It was never an attack against any office in particular. It was a group effort that everybody contributed to. And I would just like to say that we're just trying to use the money that we actually have to cover, to fix a mistake that was made. we never cut anybody's funding. The funding was never there to cut. We just adjusted it.
It was a correction to adjusted revenue, or projected revenue.
Yeah, what we did was corrected budgets. We didn't ever cut. And you know, right now with the heat of the environment nationally and everything, it got taken way out of hand. And it was a mistake, and we corrected it.
Let's carry on.
Okay, let's see, Justice Scrimmon,
Yes.
Justice Nichols,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Mayo,
Yes.
thank you, Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Shipman, no, I'm sorry, Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ordinance 2020-50, an ordinance allowing the Marion County Sheriff's Department to hire one Metro officer.
Motion.
You got a motion? Got a second? Anybody need to talk about this one?
Sheriff, how many currently at the moment deputies do you have? And this time, including yourself as a deputy and the captain. Underneath the captain total, counting Metro positions, how many employees do you have that are law enforcement officers, full-time and part-time if you have any?
We don't have any part-time.
Okay.
And under the captain, county CID, we have 11 counting SRO, and that's the Metro spots as well.
Okay. And right now, are you counting a Metro position as filled that someone has turned in their resignation?
Yes, I'm still counting her.
Okay, so filling this position would be when the one that's in there resigns, her resignation's final, you're wanting to fill that position, and that's going to make 10 plus captain and yourself.
At that time, we'll have 2 Metros. We've had one in there since the 25th. And then, we're gonna pull him out and put another one in there, which is not gonna affect county general. It's just helping us schedule wise.
Okay, we were on the same page until then.
Okay, sorry.
You got me confused. We passed this ordinance. How many deputies, if we pass this and you get to hire this Metro and the other one is resigned and out of the picture, how many people does that put total? Yourself, the captain, and how many more?
So not counting her and counting myself, I didn't count myself the first tally. That was from the captain down.
Okay.
It'll be 11. But that's correct, right?
You said 11, so is that 12?
I didn't count myself first time.
Okay, so now 12.
Hold on just a second.
Yeah, you got me confused. Let's start over. If you don't mind.
That was SRO also I counted.
Okay, let's leave the SRO out. Yeah.
Yeah, 12 counting myself and the captain currently.
And not the SRO.
No.
Okay, so 12, and then that's going to stay 12. Passing this ordinance, it's still going to do. She's going to resign. You're going to hire another one. It's going to stay 12.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Anybody else got anything?
Justice Nichols,
Yes.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Mayo,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yes.
Justice Scrimmon.
Yes.
Good. Like to make another motion. I would like to make a motion to give the Metro an exemption from the hiring freeze. The same reasoning as before. I no longer see that we need to have a hiring freeze there.
Second.
I got a motion
Okay.
and I got a second to remove all hiring freezes from Metro. Now the sheriff's authority, he's hired Metro anytime he needs.
Okay,
Now, Sheriff, the wage freeze is still on.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's gonna be still on to the first year till we get our final budget and make sure we know where we're at. And after the first year, we'll go from there and make sure. And after that, we'll start going from there.
Justice Van Kuren,
Yes.
Justice White,
Yes.
Justice Mayo,
Yes.
Justice Madden,
Yes.
Justice Brigham,
Yes.
Justice McCullough,
Yeah.
Justice Scrimmett,
Yes.
Justice Nichols.
Yes.
Thank you. Are you done with your motions?
I think so.
All right. Now we are on resolution number 5. And I'll just read the beginning. The resolution by Marion County supporting issue 1, proposing an amendment to the Arkansas Constitution to continue a levy of a 0.5% sales and use tax for state highways and bridges, county roads, bridges, and other surface transportation, and city streets, bridges, and other surface transportation after the retirement of the bonds authorized in Arkansas Constitution Amendment 91 as special revenue to be distributed under the Arkansas Highway Revenue Distribution Law.
Got a motion?
Motion.
I got a motion.
Second.
I got a second. Anybody need to talk about this any, or got any questions on it? I just want to tell y'all right now how important this is. A lot of people don't realize how important this is to the state of Arkansas, but the whole state of Arkansas has got to pass this. As of this month, I think we brought in, Marion County's got about 470,000, maybe. That's what the road department has got so far this year. They'll average about 566,000. That's where we get our money from. Baxter County, they get about 800,000. I mean, you know, the counties, that's where the counties get their money. This has been a loss in about 10 years. So if that goes away, we'll lose about, we would sure welcome her on board. Go ahead.
I am Pia Davies, and I lived here almost 3 years. And stuff, I help out at the shelter and anywhere else I can.
Yep, she's been coming to the Quorum Court about ever since she's been here and been active and got a law degree, I think. Worked in a law office. And, yep, so
Same thing.
yep, same thing. You know, you do all the work. You do all the work, and they just get the money for it. But we're gonna welcome her aboard. Yep.
Judge, I performed their wedding.
Yep, and yep, we're gonna vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? If you'll come in and get with Miss Moffitt and get sworn in, I sure would appreciate it. But I got one more thing before we get going. It's the census is very important to Marion County also. In the next 10 years, it's gonna bring in about 15,000 per person. So if anybody ain't done it, we need to get it done because that's, you know, that does everything for us.
Judge,
Yeah,
is it this month that the census
I didn't
runs?
get that.
I think it's this month, it's about over with. Yeah, we gotta get it
I
done.
know it was soon.
I would like to know about.
On the census, it's very important to you know, when we get our census, we put in a CMC, it's not a local census, so they have to come out, so you have to get your census, and your MC is right out there in county or just code.
That's fine.
All right, we sure appreciate it.
And you don't get one.
Wait just a second. Yeah, we got a board, and if y'all don't care, I'd like to point Rick White on the Metro board. We've got to start having some board meetings on that thing, keep it active, and I'd like to point Rick White on that board with us if anybody don't care.
That's
Anybody?
the Quorum Court representative
Yeah,
for the internal.
yeah, because it's got to be the mayors, the clerks, and secretaries, and one from the JPs. Anybody oppose that?
Nope.
All in favor of Rick be on that board?
Aye.
Any opposed? There you go, Rick. I got a motion to adjourn.
Thank goodness.
I got a second.
Question.
All in favor? Get out of here.
I was confused with the quarter cent and a half cent.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, half of that is what the jail's gonna be getting. Usually they get 35, 32,000. That's gonna be 40,000. 40,